What's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're here for the vibes because I'm going Bumi or bust. We just want to do some earthbending and then just attack with a whole bunch of lands. And this seems to be the most popular way to build it. I've found a bunch of different versions where people are leaning on the lesson, so I'm going to start there and we're going to build up. So we're starting with the firebending lesson, which we should be able to kick this fairly often because we will have several ways to get mana. We do have some Llanowar Elves because, again, mana. Combustion technique isn't particularly great, but it can exile some stuff, which is kind of nice. Badger Mole Cub, of course, because we're doing earthbending. We have some Paleontologist in here because we do need something for those graveyard decks, so we're playing 3 of those. Shared Roots is a way to help us get the land that we need. Earthbender Ascension also can go search for land, but even more importantly, it turns land into a creature and we can pump some of our team. Terra Symbiosis is a way to get some cards into our hand, and Toph, the Blind Bandit, could just be huge if we have a bunch of things with counters on them. But then Big Toph can also put counters on creatures, well, technically on a land, and then also let us return spells from our graveyard, which is nice. And then, of course, Big Boomy, the reason we want to play this is a 5 mana 5/4 with Trample. It does Earthbend 4, so it juices up another land. And then if he actually deals damage to you, you get to untap your lands and you get another attack step only for your lands. However, that doesn't say untap creature lands. That untaps all of your lands. So if you have more stuff to do with your mana, great. Then we have a couple copies of Legend of Kyoshi. This is another way to draw some cards. It gets us a big 5/4. It's another way to Earthbend. It's just doing a lot of things for the deck, which we like. So yeah, shouldn't be any crazy surprises here. This should just be a lot of fun. So strap yourselves in, grab your favorite beverage, and do some shopping over at Tales of Adventure. It's TOAMagic.com. You can use my code DRAGON. It's DRAGN. It'll save you 5% on every single thing you buy over there. But let's get into these games and see if Boomy can bust down some opponents. Hey, quick thing before we get into this video. If your name is Kurgan Thrillhammer 9808, you are this week's winner for leaving a comment on last week's green-black drill video. And that means you get a free package of goodies. So go into the description, find the link, go to the Discord, and then send me a message over there and we'll get you all squared away. If you want to be eligible for a free prize package, all you got to do is leave a comment on all the gameplay videos. We'll pick one from the last week, randomize a winner, and it could be you. So don't forget to leave a comment on this video. And it's got to be video relevant, so I know you watched the video. But anyway, let's go play some games. Oh my gosh, we have to mulligan that one, right? Alright, this is somewhat better. Man, I feel like we're going to need this at some point. Ugh, that's a tough decision to make. Oh, there's Llanowar Elf on the other side. Alright, Badger Mole Cub. Time to go to work. I mean, I guess we can Cub, tap this for Cub, then have 3 still, so that's fine. And then use this to turn the other one into a forest. Oh, they have a counter. Okay, sure, that's fair. We'll go ahead and attack. Another Llanowar Elf, sure. Do we have any more counters hiding out, opponent? Nope, they don't. Fantastic. It's all the information we needed. Get a bunch of cards. Love to see it. We're attacking. Feel free to block one of my cubs at this point. Wow, they didn't even want to block a cub. Crazy. Well, I guess it didn't matter. Alright. I mean, obviously, we got to keep this. I don't think there's any question. This is also a bit weird in the build because while you do want to do things like Badger Mole Cub and whatever, you're also trying... Oh, we're doing Reanimator stuff. Great. You're also trying to get to 3 and a lot. So just getting the extra creature or the extra mana on that turn doesn't necessarily do enough. Like here, we could have done things a different way, but like we don't have any way to get 3 on that turn. All right. Do you get your things you need to reanimate here? No, those are pretty good. Those are pretty good. So now we have 6. So we can Terra Symbiosis. I don't even think we Terra Symbiosis. I don't think that's the type of game we're playing right now. I think it's just Earthbend Ascension into this. Get one of these. Play Toph. Juice one of these. And then that's it. I mean, they could go Blackland, copy Meringue River Regent, but at least we have somewhat of a board built up. All right. They can get a land, which will give them their black mana. So now we have to worry about them copying Meringue River Regent now. Or just spot killing something here. Also reasonable. All right. What are we putting in the yard? Actually, we could also just find our paleontologist here too, right? This is what she's here for. Like, genuinely just to get rid of graveyard things. Okay. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 mana. And we need effectively 9. Alright, I'm game. Let's... Oh, actually, hold on. We get a little bit more if we tap this and this. So that's 4, 5, 6. Alright, that's useful. Probably. Then we can play Terra Symbiosis. Oh, but I won't have another red left. Huh. That's a little disappointing. We do Earthbend Ascension. We could... Or do I even need to shoot anything, I guess, is the other question. I guess we just attack here first. Alright. Sweet. So we did kind of get what we wanted. And then we get to kill that. And then we go ahead and play this, so we get another trigger on the Ascension. Alright. We get to have a big turn next turn, too. And the best thing they could do is copy Meringue River Regent here, which they're going to do. But that's totally okay, I think. Like, all things considered, those are the more than reasonable things to have dealt with here. Oh, that's also cute. So we do this. We can juice one of our lands. Get this. Then we can attack, shoot something for 2. Yeah, let's see what this is about. Let's see what you're about, opponent. Yeah, we're okay with that. You got it. That is the more than reasonable option for us there. We are good with that. Put the counters here. And then play this. Double trigger those. Play a Terra Symbiosis. All right. And Paleontologist is still nowhere to be found when we have this much mana. Tough life. Yeah. How much can we do right now? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This bumps something for 14 exactly. Is what we're looking at right now. Well, we get to play lands and put counters on stuff, so we're good. Yeah. Crazy times. All right. Put the counter there. Draw a card. Not really relevant. Yeah, go attacking. Untap that guy, yes. Okay, wow. Way to escape with one there. Yeah, I guess we gotta keep it. Obviously, we need way more mana, but, I mean, this is something. Don't know if it's gonna be something good, but it's something. Like, the problem here is we need to draw something off the top, because even if, say we get to shoot their whatever they play on 1 mana thing, and then we Paleontologist, we don't even have anything to do after that. Like, playing Symbiosis is not great just by itself. We need something to follow. Alright, we will kill a Lava Runner. Which, this is very scary. Okay, that makes it a little bit better. Because I assume they will kill a Paleontologist. If not, could we get lucky and draw a 1 mana thing? No, we cannot. So we're just going to do this. And then hope Bumi gets to do something next turn. I mean, Bumi and Terra Symbiosis is a big business, right? We get to get a 5-4 or 4-4 and draw 4 cards. That seems solid. Please don't kill my Paleontologist. We got so much riding on this. Oh, that's not good. Maybe they're just checking their Zhao to see how much mana it is. I think it's 8, right? 7. Okay. Which will turn off a couple of our lands, but we're also okay if they do. We can use red mana, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, somehow our things didn't die. So let's go here. Not sure what the opponent's saving their mana for. Maybe they were waiting to see if we're going to play something else they could target, but yeah. I mean, if they want to hit something for 4, great. We have a backup Bumi. Take all them cards. That's solid. That is a strong offering deck. I appreciate it. That is quite the strong offering, actually. You have a lightning strike. Interesting, and they didn't kill... Oh, they're just... Oh, they must have enough burn that they think they can just go for it here. That's tough. I mean, Zhao does have Menace, so we're already at 9. Okay, I mean... Gonna pump it too? Alright. Here's the thing. Bumi plus land is 9. We could also turn another land. That's 13. Okay. 9 and 8 is only 17. So if we play an untapped land, and then these get in, then we get to untap. That's not quite enough. Because I was just thinking we could Bumi to make another 4-4, and that kind of halfway solve some problems. But what if we do this? I mean, we might just get double lightning striked or something next turn, too. This doesn't give trample or anything, though. Oh, wait, we could also just pump the land itself to get the attack. Oh, that's where I messed up. I could have just done that, because that would have been 8 plus 5 is 13, and 8 is 21. Yep. That I missed it. But I could still do this. Okay, we're still there. We're still there. I mean, they can kill the Badger Mole Cup here, I suppose. But yeah, definitely could have just played the second Bumi, put the counters on the Vine Stalk, and we'd have been good to go. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to decline that. Because we know we can get more out of this. Keep the old one. Make this one really big. The only way this sucks, as if they have exactly like Witchstalker Frenzy, and then there's just nothing we can do about it. They just kill Bumi, and then we die, probably. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Make you 3/3 till in the turn, I guess. Okay, they didn't have it. Alright, so the land gets in there. Opponent sees it. We get to untap everything. Yep. Creature lands get to attack. We're all good. Sweet. Yeah, almost goofed that up. Almost goofed it up. One of the benefits of Earthbending is you don't have to commit to a lot of lands. You could just stack them up on one land. Alright. Works for me. Alright, let's try anyway. We at least can shoot something with this. Hopefully. I say that with all the confidence of none, but you never know. Let's pass, because the Pollinator doesn't do anything on its own yet. So we can wait and see. If they play Mole here, then obviously we want to kill the Mole. If they do something else. Or Drunith is a good thing. They have 1 mana things they would like to play? They do. Well, let me just off that then. Kind of the best we could do regardless, so we can't be too upset at that. Let's go ahead and do this. Earthbend that up. Badger Mole Cub, and then here comes something big, right? You have all the mana in the world. I mean, I say that. It's like 6, but still. What are we doing? Oh, Paw Patch. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Alright. GG's. Boy. Yeah, sure. Oh, no. They're playing Surveil lands in green-white. What does that mean? Let's go ahead and do this. Go find something here. Probably just a forest. Dredger's Insight. What Naya pile is wanting to do this? I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. This will be fun. I mean, I say that. This is probably going to get hit with, like, Get Lost or something, but what are we going to do otherwise? Our hand's kind of bad. The Most Helpful Weaver. Okay. Well, our hand's kind of poop stains, to be honest. So that's not great. We'll just play that, and I guess just try to shoot this. Just so we don't have to worry about it. But I mean, if we can get any Earthbending thing, we get cards. So we're kind of back in business. Or we could just keep drawing that. That's a thing too, I guess. I mean, 5 damage is 5 damage. And they took a land there, so they needed to get to something important. All right, there's a Enduring Innocence. Yeah, I don't really know what they're playing, but this works for that. It does exile it. Play a land. I mean, we're just getting in there with land the hard way, I guess. I don't know what else to do here. Yep. That works. Hey, look. Something else to play. Submit 0. Yeah, that tramples over still, so that's good. And might as well put this into play tap, because why not? I mean, one more land, they can just play another Overlord if they have it. Or they just make more tokens. That works too. Ooh, Earthbending Ascension. So we can do this. Oh, they have something to kill a land, I assume. Turn our land into a 2. Why do I feel like we're not going to get to the attack step here? Oh, Arena, I hate you. Why'd you tap the other thing? Yeah, that's fine. Get a land. Get some cards. There's a Bumi. That's pretty nice. And a Toph. Huh. It's not terrible either. Okay, let's attack. Sure, we're down with that. All right. You have so much mana right now. It's an embarrassing amount. Yuna. There is an Overlord in there you can get, sadly. So that's what this deck was the whole time? Alright. Well, what's the best we could do? We could Bumi into a land, use this to pick that off. Yeah, there's really not enough here. Like, make one of these into a 4/4, get some cards. We could torch away the Yuumi. Does that work? Put a counter on Bumi so he doesn't die to the Overlord. Pay 5 to get rid of that. Put a counter here. Or at least attempt to. Alright, that's something. Oh, I guess here comes another Overlord. Oh, nope, it's just another Yuna. I guess good news is there's only another Yuna on the yard. Sure, no blocks. Alright, opponent's at 10, 15. And they're getting a 6/6 here. Alright, there's a lot to break down. Oh, they did have that in the yard. I didn't even see that. Okay. Let's put a counter here. Sure. Let's see what the card is. Ah, dang it. It's another Toph. This is sort of where I was saying, if this was just... If Tophs were something else, I think we'd be better off. Alright. Let's get a firebending lesson. Discard a card. Yeah. Alright. What are we trying to do here? We can also shrink creatures. People aren't aware of that with the vine stalk. So we can make some of their stuff smaller here if we need to. So let's go ahead and take 2. We can put a counter on Bumi to make sure he gets through. And then... let's... attack... with this, this, and this. I'm going to use one of these to make this smaller. One of them to... Oh, no, I had them in the wrong order. I needed to make this one bigger. Ah, that sucked. Ah, well, what's done is done. Dang it. I had them backwards, because I wanted to use the other one to grow the other one, so it's at least a 3. But I guess shrinking Yuna's probably fine, so I get to shoot Yuna with a lesson. So it's all good. Wow, opponent's just letting that through? Huh. Alright, so they're going to go to 2. And then we just get to untap our creature lands. I mean, you get to untap all your lands, but... I guess we do this? Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess the opponent figured they just didn't have good blocks there anyway, because... no matter how they blocked, we would have still shot something so that Bumi would still do some amount of trample damage, and then these untap, and then they didn't know we had an Ascension, but then we can activate another land, and then we just attack with everything. So, kind of worked out. A little bit of a weird scenario. I did not, I guess I just didn't clock what the opponent was playing for several turns. Weird. Sure, we'll try this. We drew the Legend of Kyoshi, so that's kind of neat. Alright, well, we weren't doing anything on turn 1 anyway. Deep Cavern Bat. Bet we're coming after a Badger Mole Cub. There's really not much to think about. I mean, I guess I say that. If they have a way to kill the Cub, they might not want us to play Shared Roots. I could see that being a thing. Alright, they took the Cub anyway. But yeah, that's actually a real thought. I could see somebody making that decision, and it wouldn't be crazy. I mean, we could play Toph just for the sake of playing Toph, but I'm probably going to Terra Symbiosis. There's also a chance opponent just plays a room here, and things get kind of tough. Star Escape Cleric. Well, that clock sped up fast. Because now that's 4 damage a turn, basically. That gets to be a not fun scenario. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Turn one of these into a creature. Get us a forest. Technically means we could play Toph, get Shared Roots, play that. Maybe, well, we won't get to play Toph now either, so that's off the table. Yeah, at this point, if they have the big 2/4 demon, we're probably just dead, right? We got to get one of our removal spells. If we don't get our removal spells, we pretty much can't play Magic any further from here, I don't think. Yeah, taking Toph makes sense. I can't blame them. And Demon Wall. Yeah, we just drew all the wrong cards in this scenario. Yeah, we'll do the only thing we can do here, I guess. Very disappointing. Boomy, you're probably too late, friend. And they haven't even played a removal spell really here yet either, so that's not good for us. Because, I mean, here, yeah, just pump the wall at this point, right? And stack with everything. Why even waste time with that? Yeah, I would have just done the wall and got in there. But either way, we're dead soon regardless, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we didn't draw anything here. Like, we have stuff, but we're basically dead, right? We take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I guess we still got to try. Can't play... Hold on. If we play Terra Symbiosis, and then we play a land, maybe we could draw a removal spell. Nope. All right. There was a chance. I was like, maybe. Yeah. But now even a Boomy doesn't help us. Yeah, we're just dead to a lot of things here. Yeah, that has Menace, so we have to double block. Sure. Then we go to 1. Yeah, this is a case where we just... You got to draw the removal spell. We failed to do it. This is how we die. Even here, I could Boomy... If I Boomy, I get 4 cards, right? But it still doesn't matter is the problem. Because this is... Boomy has to deal damage. Yeah, we don't really have a way out here. Oh, and there it is. Way too late, unfortunately. Put counters here. Yeah, there's just no real out. Took us too long. That's tough. Just a bad draw. Oh, boy. All right, let's try it. You know, something else I'm wondering is, should this deck be playing even... Like, as much as the deck wants to be doing Earthbending, like, should we just be playing Ouroboros? And, like, putting... Like, Toph is nice, but I'm like, if these are just Ouroboros, is the deck just better? Which feels wild even saying that. Like, but I think that might be the case. And that's crazy, because it's not like Toph is terrible, right? And you just get some free Earthbending along the way, which seems like it should be alright. But realistically, you're probably better off, like, in situations like this, as an example, like, shouldn't I just Ouroboros this turn? You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't that just be better? But maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. That's why we play the games. I will draw those cards. And we'll play another Llanowar Elf. Alright. Fenrir. What is the opponent ramping toward? That's always the thing I'm trying to figure out. Like, what is it you're aiming for here? Because that's kind of important to the plans. Alright, let's Earthbend one of these. Go get, I guess, a forest. We'll put... Oh, we just get that. Will I be putting counters on anything else? Nah, we won't. Let's just take a card. Oh. Well, hold, please. Since we hadn't played a land yet. That's fantastic. And then we'll play this to get this out of the way. And we get to attack with the really big Toph. Yeah, alright, cool. That worked. Alright, y'all, this is a little bit of a different wrap-up because I had a separate one recorded, but I had played these games a couple days ago and I had time to kind of ruminate on the deck. And it was fine. But I think we could streamline this deck a little bit more. I think I might have said somewhere in the video that we probably should be playing some number of Ouroboros, which I do still think I believe. I think we could cut the Legend of Kyoshi, probably even one Toph, even though Toph does give us the ability to replay our lessons. But there's also the possibility of cutting like one Shared Roots and even maybe, like I said, one Toph, leave the other one in, and then get a couple of the Ouroboros in there. And if we were going to play one of the legends for the Avatar, I'm actually more inclined to play the red one, the Legend of whatever. It starts with a K, right? Play that one, right? Because I think if we do that, then we have a chance to draw some extra cards and also be able to use all this extra mana, right? Because you could just make dragons and things. Whereas this is fine. It gives your lands trample, which isn't bad in the grand scheme of things. But it's like, I'd rather just have better options generally. And it also costs one less. It is double red, but we do have a bunch of multi-lands. So here's what I would do. I would make the final version look something like this. So get the legends out. Let's get one of these out. And I'm only cutting one of those because we do have Llanowar Elf, Cub, Paleontologist, right? So we do have a lot of ways to make the mana. So I would do some number of Legend of whatever the Legend of Red is. I don't even remember. Oh, because these are actually legends. Legend of Roku. Starts with an R, not a K. One of those. And then let's get some Ouroboros in there. So something like this, I think you could probably just even do 4 Ouroboros and not even play the Legend of Roku. I would say if you already have Ouroboros, just slam them in here. If you have the Legend of Roku and you want some late game options and stuff to do with the mana, go ahead and do that. I think that's fine. That's probably going to serve this deck better. Because I didn't hate what we were doing, but there's a couple of times just like we could have been a little faster. You know, obviously just running Ouroboros out there after you made a bunch of other lands into creatures or whatever is also very good. So yeah, I think this would be more down the way of where we want to be. And you still get to play Bumi, you still get to play Toph. Nothing wrong with all that. So yeah, this is what I would do. Link would be over on Moxfield. Like I said, it was fine. It was fun. I don't think it's necessarily the best thing we could be doing with Gruul, but it's not bad, right? I think there's some better ways we could be playing Bumi, just going just hardcore aggro and just have Bumi at the top end, but that's for another video. That's all I have for now. We'll see you next time.